In this video, we're going to show you how to install the brake flex hose on your Kia Sorento located behind your front wheels. Using a 21mm socket, go ahead and loosen and remove your lug nuts. Go ahead and grab that wheel, remove it, and set it aside. Now on the bottom side here, we have the flex hose going into our brake caliper. Now we're going to use our 12mm socket, loosen and remove this bolt. Now you are going to lose brake fluid. Have a catch can or a bucket underneath to catch this fluid. Go ahead and pull this out. Now you're going to have the two copper washers, one on the caliper side and one on the bolt head side. Now when you install the new hose, you want to be sure to replace those. Now in the upper portion here, we have to separate the hard line from the flex line here. We're going to use an 11mm wrench here, and we're going to loosen this. Now we did spray this down with some rust penetrant. Here we go. Now there's a retainer clip right here, and this locks the flex line into this bracket. Now you can use a pair of pliers like this here. You want to go ahead and loosen this. And this is what we call a horseshoe clip. Sometimes you might have to use a larger pair of pliers here to go ahead and pull this off. And that's it right here. Now if you notice the side profile of it, it has a curve to it, so you want to make sure that that curve is facing upward when you reinstall it. Go ahead and pull this out. I'm going to go ahead and spray this down with some solvent. Clean everything up. I want to go ahead and put this up into place. And the line itself is keyed, meaning that the top half of it has two flat sides on it. So when you put this up into the bracket, you want to rotate it till it locks up into place. Take your horseshoe clip, line that up, and push that on. Actually, I'm going to grab a hammer to go ahead and tap that in. Go ahead and line this up and go ahead and get that line installed. Now you do want to make sure that you can get this threaded in several threads before you put a wrench on it. You don't want to cross thread that. And then go ahead and snug this down. Once that bottoms out, give it a little bit more. Now on the other end, you want to go ahead and take your banjo bolt. Going to install copper washer on one side. I'm going to feed the bolt through with the copper washer on the line, and then put the copper washer on the other side. Let's go ahead and line that up and get that bolt started. Once you get that bolt started, I'm going to go ahead and snug that down. Spray this down with some brake solvent. Go ahead and clean this up with some spray solvent. We're now going to torque this down to 21 foot-pounds. Next, let's perform a gravity bleed on the brake caliper. Now on the top right here, we're going to locate our bleeder screw. We have a rubber cap on here, so go ahead and pop this off. We're going to use an 11mm box wrench to go ahead and loosen this. I'm going to open that up, and what's going to happen here is brake fluid is going to come through the line, fill up the backside of the piston area, and then come out here. Now we're going to look for air bubbles to start burping out of here, and then it should be followed by a steady stream of brake fluid running out. That's what we're looking for, and this is considered a gravity bleed for this brake caliper. And at this point here, it appears most of our air bubbles are out. We still have a couple that are burping out still. Once you're satisfied that the air bubbles have stopped, I'm going to go ahead and clean this. Give it a little spray. Clean up that residual brake fluid. Make sure this bleeder screw is snug. So once it's bottomed out, just give it a little bit more. Install your rubber cap. Now at this point here, you want to go ahead and go up into the engine compartment to that brake master cylinder, top off that fluid, and then hop into the vehicle, pump up that brake pedal. You want to make sure that this caliper expands all the way in and compresses the pads up against the rotor. The brake pedal may go to the floor once or twice, and then it'll pump back up to its proper level. At that point there, install your wheel. You want to repeat this process for the driver's side if you need to, and then go for a road test. Go ahead and grab that wheel, line it up onto those wheel studs. Let's go ahead and get our lug nuts started. Now once we get all of these started, we're going to come back and snug them all down. Let's go ahead and torque down our lug nuts to 75 foot-pounds. You want to do this in a crisscross pattern. And you're all set. Now I'm going to go ahead and use an evacuation tool here. You can use a turkey baster if you want to, but we need to go ahead and evacuate as much fluid from the master cylinder reservoir as possible. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. We have the container on the side to go ahead and pull this out and put it into. So let's go ahead and do that. Now brake fluid is corrosive, so you want to prevent this from getting all over other pieces and parts. Use a clean funnel. And then add the appropriate fluid necessary. Make sure you're right at that full mark. Put your cover on. Now we're going to go ahead and start our brake bleeding process. Now we have all four of our wheels off, and we're going to start at the right rear. Then we're going to proceed to the left front. At that point there, we're going to top off our master cylinder and then go to the left rear and end with the right front. Now we have someone inside the vehicle to go ahead and assist us while doing this process. We have a fluid bottle over here to catch the fluid from our bleeding process here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this cap. We have our 10mm wrench to go ahead and open up our bleeder screw. So we're going to put this on here. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and have the person inside the vehicle go ahead and pump up that brake pedal about 3 to 4 times and hold pressure. Go ahead.
Holding.
While they're holding that there, I'm going to go ahead and open up the bleeder screw, and they're going to let me know once that pedal hits the floor, and we can watch the fluid and air come through. Now we can see all the air bubbles in there, and that's what we're trying to evacuate. And we're going to repeat this process until we have a steady stream of fluid coming out. Go ahead.
Holding. Floor.
Go ahead. That last one has some good solid fluid coming through.
Holding. Floor.
And that's perfect. That's what we're looking to get here. We want to close this up, remove our drain port here. Now, if you happen to leak any brake fluid here, you want to go ahead and give that a spray with some spray solvent, clean that up, and then put on your cap. Let's go ahead and move to the left front wheel. Go ahead and open up your reservoir. Use a clean funnel. And then add the appropriate fluid necessary. Good, remove that funnel. Put that cover back on. Now here we are at the left front. We're gonna go ahead and pull off our rubber cap. Now if you don't have this rubber cap, it's not critical to the operation of the braking system. I'm gonna go ahead and put our bottle on here. All right, go ahead and pump it up.
Holding. Floor.
Go ahead.
Holding. Floor.
Go ahead. Now you can see we have a solid stream of fluid coming out, no air bubbles.
Holding.
We'll probably do this one more time.
Floor.
And this one here is perfect, so snug that down. Release this. Once again, if you have excess fluid dripping out, go ahead and spray that down with some solvent. Wipe it down and then put your cap on. And then we're going to continue this process. We're now going to move to the left rear, which is the driver's side rear, and then wrap up on the right front. Open up the cap. Now at this point here, you just want to go ahead and top that off. Make sure you're right at that full mark. Put your cover on. Now at this point here, you want to hop into the vehicle. Pump up that brake pedal. You want to make sure that that brake pedal goes to the floor and it's really comfortable. If it is soft and squishy, you want to go ahead and repeat the brake bleeding process again. At that point there, install your wheels and go for a road test. You should be all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.